When you think of Haiti, what comes to mind? Is it the strong will of its citizens to persevere intense hardship? To rise above their adversities to make a living for themselves? Is it the paradisical beaches and lush forests covering the island? Probably not. It's probably the stories of complete government dissolvement and rampant criminals and cannibal gangs ravaging the small Caribbean island. But why is this? Haiti, unlike most Caribbean nations, shares its island with another country, the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic isn't known for the same issues that plague Haiti. They are generally comparatively wealthier and infinitely safer than the cohabitants of their island. This is no accident. Haiti receives over $1 billion in aid from the United States alone annually for development and humanitarian aid. This gives the impression that the U.S. is a strong ally to Haiti's continuing development towards a functioning democracy. They say this is much on the State Department's website. Haiti's transition to a functional democracy is important to the United States. Strong democratic institutions, including holding regular, transparent, free, and fair elections, can help guarantee Haiti's democratic traditions and ensure a voice for the Haitian people in their governance. A commitment to democracy, security, and the rule of law ensures that human rights and the fundamental freedoms are better protected. The stability and predictability that come with these institutions are essential for Haiti to achieve sustained economic growth and attract needed foreign investment. But what if I told you the U.S. was actively harming Haiti and has been upholding a punitive measure against them that has been in effect as long as Haiti's been a country? What if the very funds we're sending to this impoverished nation are being redirected towards another powerful political ally with no intention of putting a stop to it? Haiti has long been marred by accusations of corruption at the highest level, with embezzlement of funds and ruthless political takeovers being commonplace. But Haiti has far deeper history with financial and political woes. During the heyday of the Atlantic slave trade, a French Caribbean colony known as Saint-Domingue was one of the most profitable places in the French Empire, and the Caribbean as a whole. At one point, approximately 40% of all slaves involved in the Atlantic slave trade were destined for this hellish place, with roughly 800,000 slaves being brought to the island. After over a century of abuse and realizing that the enslaved population was far greater than their European oppressors, the slaves revolted in 1804, massacring most of the French colonizers in the region. Despite their success in driving out the French, the now Haitian people would incur the wrath of the European powers, which rightfully felt that the influence of a successful slave revolt in the formerly Saint-Domingue would have a ripple effect on the industries in the region, and sought to make an example of the Haitians. The United States was party to these repercussions, with Thomas Jefferson immediately cutting aid in contact with the fledgling nation in an attempt to curb any notion of slave revolt in the United States. With the official Declaration of Independence of Haiti, they now could not find any nations, even sympathetic nations like Panama, would not trade with Haiti for fear of reactions by the colonial powers. Even the United Kingdom, which was no friend to the United States or France at the time, was not willing to lend a hand to Haiti. Despite the conflicts, the United Kingdom made it clear that a white enemy was still better than a black friend, stating they would not interfere with France's efforts to recover their now sovereign colony. In 1823, the UK recognized the independence of some Latin American states, such as Mexico and Colombia, but still outright refused to accept the sovereignty claims of Haiti. After becoming desperate financially and with resources being strained between procurement of defensive infrastructure for what felt like the inevitable French military effort to retake the island, and resources to keep the Haitian population sustained, the then president of Haiti, Jean-Pierre Boyer, sent envoys to France in an effort to negotiate the recognition of their sovereignty on good faith. It was later that year, in July 1823, that France sent warships to the city of Port-au-Prince, that Charles X listed his demands for the Haitians at the barrel of 528 cannons. These were as follows. Article 1. The ports of the French part of Hispaniola would be open for commerce from all nations. Article 2. Haitians would pay the French reparations in 5 annual installments of 150 million francs in total. Article 3. France grants the current inhabitants of the French side of Hispaniola full governance of their land. This was altogether a terrible deal for the Haitians, as they only got not even half of the island they were occupying, as the other half was under Spanish control, and even if the French could grant them this land, it's unlikely that they would have granted Haiti anything beyond the bare minimum of their governance, as the deal was almost solely in France's favor of recouping revenue, and giving Haiti independence was a mean to this exploitative end. The debt Haiti was given was astronomical. Being a fledgling nation battling embargoes and trade bans from their neighbors, they were already cash strapped by the time the French indemnity payments came due. This made it virtually impossible for Haiti to repay this debt, and the French knew that. The true intention of such an impossibly high repayment plan was that Haiti would never truly be able to pay off the debt, with the first 5 payments of 3 million francs being multiple times greater than the annual revenue of Haiti. This ultimately forced Haiti to take a loan from French banks to make these payments, with most of the funds covering the interest with little progress being made against the principal amount of the loan. By the late 1800s and into the 20th century, over 80% of Haiti's annual revenue was going towards these predatory loan repayment schemes. At this point, it wasn't just the French scalping this wealth, but the United States and the German Empire were also significant players in the financial pillaging of the poor nation. To this day, Haiti continues to pay these high-interest reparations, with roughly $1.2 billion in direct financial losses as of 2022, and potentially costing Haiti over $100 billion in potential wealth due to their kneecapping of infrastructure and economic development. To this very day, the United States enforces France's right to collect the interest and principal balances that they are owed. Haiti's neighbor, the Dominican Republic, and even Jamaica were eventually granted their own independence, and without the burden of indemnity, they're able to thrive and maintain relative wealth and stability in the region, while Haitians are unjustly burdened by poverty and violence, at the behest of one of the most wealthy and powerful nations in the world, for daring to be the first of many to inevitably lead the charge towards a more equal world.